Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Radiant Tale, continuing where we left off. That's usually what we do here. It's just become so ingrained in me to say that exact thing. Continuing from the last part, obviously, instead of me just skipping and doing random things and making you guess what the hell is going on. I should do that one day. One day I should just troll you completely. Put things up in the wrong order. Not that hasn't happened accidentally. I don't think I've ever uploaded in the wrong order, but like I've gone through, labeled my files, like, and when I'm like processing them, I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm like, oh, okay, because they were like out of order when I went through and like numbered them. So yeah, but I catch it before I upload it usually. Doesn't mean that YouTube's not stupid and doesn't upload things in the wrong order, or when I save things to the playlist, might be out of order. Not supposed to be, but weird things happen. So anyway, I'm tired, guys. I'm always tired. Anyway, eventually we all retired to our designated tents and slept until late at night. And that sound, rustling of sheets, was loud. For some reason, I felt oddly uncomfortable. I blinked my eyes open and stared blankly up at the tent canopy. Hey, can't get back to sleep. Our practice officially begins tomorrow, so am I nervous or something? Oh, great if Rady was out there in human form and you were like, who are you? I thought about grabbing a drink of water, but I would have woken Rady and Firo, who ended up staying in my tent. While thinking so, I glanced at their hammock. Okay, so that was his hammock. That's what we thought. It was empty, rocking slightly with the draft. Rady? Firo? We're going with Firo or Firo? I don't know. Every time it's going to be different, guys. I don't fucking know. Where did those two go? Noticing their absence, I left the tent after all. However, oh my god. On my way to the common area, I heard a familiar voice and stopped in my tracks. Please tell me this is where we see he's a real boy. When they say that, a familiar voice, I'm assuming it would be Rady, right? I'm not sure who's saying this, because here's the thing that I hate when they do this. I heard a familiar voice. Well, if you know who the voice is, tell us who it's speaking so I know who it is. But anyway. Okay, you'll be fine. It's probably Rady talking to Firo or whatever. Don't worry. I'm telling you, you'll be fine. Come on, no need to be so nervous. But I mean... Voices are Rady and Firo? 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 What were we calling him? Dude, it's been a day. I don't remember. Whatever. Guys. Oh. I was really hoping Rady was in his human form and we were going to see him. They're talking about transforming, so maybe he'll transform in front of him? Anyway. I mean, all that they told me that I'd be able to transform if I ate and got good sleep, but even after everything you've done for me, I can't seem to transform at all. Am I gonna be stuck like this forever? Oh, come on, don't cry. Fine. I'll teach you how, so chin up, okay? Please don't say anything. With a long sigh, Rady surveyed his surroundings. Listen up. Visualizing a clear image in your mind is essential when Fae want to transform. Can you imagine us as the main character sitting here like, how the hell is Rady gonna teach a squirrel to transform when this fucker can't even transform? Like, I mean, I get it, like, even if we thought he couldn't, you'd be like, oh, I mean, I guess maybe he's tried so hard and he knows the technique, but it just doesn't work for him type of a thing. But it is kind of funny, like, you're gonna teach him to swim when you don't know how to swim, basically? Like, visualizing? You're subconsciously refusing to visualize human out of your fear of them. But you already know that there are good humans out there, like Ion and Spacey, right? Yes, I do. Well, the next step's easy. I'll visualize it, just like this. Guys, I'm so happy! like the stupidest thing to be so happy about, but I'm like, yes! We finally are like, wait, whoa, you've been a beautiful boy this whole time? Oh my god, I love it. Rady? Let's see. That's easy. Amazing! Wow, you're amazing, Rady. You're way too amazing. And so handsome. I mean, right? I get it. When you said you can't transform before, you were trying to cheer me up with what they call a white lie, right? That was, well, whatever. More importantly, you should give it a go. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. What? I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm so excited, guys. Brady was always fluffy and soft, but it was a man talking to Pharaoh over there right now. They looked nothing alike. But there was there was the stone on his forehead and his vivid pink hair. That's supposed to be pink. It looks red. I mean, I guess it's like a slightly pinkish version of red, but it looks pretty fucking red to me. Like, you could have gone a little bit lighter or something different. You know what I mean? Like, it leans a little too red for me to, like, go, yeah, pink. You know? It's like when there's that orchidy kind of purple color that's a little bit purple, a little bit pink, and everyone's like, purple! And you're like, it's in that weird area in between, like, yeah, I could see a little bit of purple in it, but it's a little more pink, but it's not really either color, but don't call it purple because it's not fucking, it's just in this weird, vague, pinky purple thing. This is like, I mean, I guess you say pink, sure, I can see that, but that to me leans more red. Yeah, it's not as red as Vilio, but it's still a little too red to be considered for me to think pink. And it's not even like a bright pink, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a reddish pink, sure, but still not pink enough for me to call it pink. I don't know, man. Nice. Very good. Just like that. His voice that was full of warmth, despite having his impish moments. Who's there? Spacey. Uh-oh. Oh, he looks so ashamed. Before I'd realized it, I was standing like a statue in front of him, dazed. I messed up. How much did you see? I mean, obviously that you've transformed. What else do I need to say? Give me a second. I'll explain everything right away. But having this conversation standing around might not be the best idea. Come over and... Well, wait! Hold up! Wait! Don't get any closer! What did he expect was gonna happen? Why are you edging away? Wait, do you not realize who I am? That's not the case at all, sir! I love this. Hey, what's with that? Look, since you found out, come on over here. Here. Come on over. Here. No! Okay, what's with these reactions of yours? Did you turn back into a child? I mean, look, the two of you, if you're gonna be so loud, everyone else will wake up and see him. See, like, doesn't his hair look almost the same fucking color as Vilio's? Jeez, what's with all this ruckus? May I remind you it's the dead of night? Wait, what? You. I've seen you somewhere before. Where did this pink guy come from? He's barely pink! Could it be... Is he a burglar? Restrain him. Save the chit-chat for later. Understood. Fuck, this is amazing, guys. Hold on. My volume is so loud, I gotta turn it down a little bit. Guys, I'm fucking dying. This is so good. Ow! Stop it, Ion! It's me! I'm Rady! Do not speak nonsense, burglar! Rady is a smaller, fluffier, and charming life form. Is a much smaller, fluffier, and charming life form. Like that. He's a much smaller, fluffier, yes, but he's a much more charming life form. Ouch. Well, thanks, I guess. But I'm telling you, I am this great Rady you're talking about. The commotion pierced the silence of night. The only thing I could do was stare blankly at the scene before me. The one who moved things forward turned out to be the tiny green fae. Wait, please wait!
that person really is Mr. Rady.
Huh? So good. This game's so... I know we're only a few hours in, but like, goddamn, shit, this is funny. In short, being able to transform isn't a complete lie. You suddenly gained the ability 3 years ago. Until then, you truly weren't capable.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked myself when I took on a human form out of nowhere.
Okay, alright. So it was only a recent thing. 10 minutes had passed. We'd surrounded Rady and interrogated him. Asked for his testimony.
Okay, I understand that you were only able to transform starting from that point, but shouldn't you have told Spacey right away back then? How could I? One day you're holding a tiny critter in your arms, and the next you become some handsome hunk. How am I supposed to explain that?
Like a tiny critter in your arm, the next he becomes a human being, not a handsome hunk? Wow. Okay, Rady, Jesus. You ain't wrong, but still. Way to toot your own horn. 3 years ago would mean she was 12 or 13. Well, you'd be sent directly to the security forces if anyone saw you.
I did tell Spiria, just for the record. But, well, I asked her to keep it a secret.
Perhaps he was getting fed up with this round of rapid-fire questions. Rady waved his hand while shaking his head and forcefully moved on to the conclusion.
Well, even if I change my appearance, I'm still the same on the inside. You of all people get me. Right, Spacey?
Yes, sir.
Why are you still stuck on that? Come on, if you're still not convinced, this'll drag on for ages.
How am I supposed to come to terms with any of this? You suddenly just changed!
Heartless. Absolutely heartless. We lived under the same roof like husband and wife for years, but now you're throwing me away.
He's so dramatic. Oh my god, I love our man harem. They're all dramatic assholes and fucking idiots. Jesus. Okay, please don't make jokes like that when you're in this form. And then Pharaoh wedged himself between us, and we had our heated exchange.
I'm so sorry. If I didn't ask him for advice about my transforming, it would never have been such an ordeal. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I had to tell her eventually. Asperia also nagged me about it.
I let out a long sigh. While I was still trying to regain my composure, I spoke up. It is kind of funny that he figured it out and then wasn't like, oh, guess what? You're not even going to believe what I figured out yesterday. And then you're like, what? And he's like, look, poof, and he turns into a person. You know what I mean? You think he'd be excited. Like your best friend is excited to come, oh my god, guess what? Okay, you're never going to believe this. Okay, so, here's what happened. And you know what I mean? They would tell you, but he hid it. I understand it's a shock, but I'll believe that you're Rady. Maybe. Perhaps. For now.
You don't seem convinced at all, you know.
Well, it's weird because you used to pet him on the head and snuggle him, and now you're but also you turn into a hot guy, and this is weird. The color of your hair, the way you speak, even your forehead stone is there. Now that you mention it, should the stone remain even after you take on a human form? Normally there's nothing that sets a transformed fae apart from a human.
Right. Vilio doesn't have any scales, for example. Oh, well this thing's, a slightly special stone. At any rate, what we can say for sure is no matter what form Rady is in, our job is still the same. Actually, now I can pass some of my work onto the human Rady, which means I can take it easier from now on.
So lazy, I love him.
And with that, we've gotten our answers for now, so let's all go to sleep. Insufficient rest destroys beauty like nothing else.
Right. Getting woken up in the middle of the night really makes you tired. Oh, that was supposed to be a yawn. See, his hair's just slightly lighter. It's okay.
Right. Virginia, is there any extra bedding? Yes, but why do you ask? I'll sleep here tonight.
Huh?
Look at you. I don't think you get a wink of sleep with me around. Am I right? Well, I guess it can't be helped. It's all in the closet. Go ahead and grab what you need. Cool. Thank you.
I watched Rady walk off with brisk strides, and in truth, I was feeling relieved. Frankly, he really saved me there. He was such a big, floofy furball until just now, and yet, how am I supposed to react if he suddenly... Well, in the past, Rady announced many times, I'm an adult man, you know. I always assumed it was his pride talking. But I was telling the truth. With a mix of conflicting emotions in my heart, I returned to my tent with Vilio. Rady, whom I'd lived together with since forever, had hidden his ability to transform. Couldn't believe it, and even after morning came, I was still in a state of shock. Time wouldn't stop to wait for me, and the day of the show crawled closer. No, I can't let this go on. Get a grip! The Fae had already assembled. I need to do my job properly so that our show can proceed smoothly. I gave myself a pep talk, but...
Oh, hey, Spacey. Good morning. Today's...
Ah!
Oh.
Rady, good morning, sir.
Oh, that's my fault. The blame's all on me. So don't be so nervous, okay?
I'm acting very normal, sir. He's Rady. He's Rady, don't forget that. I frantically tried to persuade myself, and then someone snapped me out of it.
Oh, hello there, Spacey. Can we talk for a bit?
Leon, who'd brought the Fae with him, called out to me.
Since I'm already here and all, can I join the show too? I want to show you how handsome I can be.
What? What are you saying? Only Fae can join, remember?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Huh?
It seemed like a level-headed girl, but you're actually quite oblivious.
We didn't know. I thought we knew he was Fae. We didn't know that? I thought, as the player, I thought that was fairly obvious, because, you know, he helps Fae out, and, like, what, didn't that come out when we were introduced to him? So I assumed he was a Fae beast as well. You know what I mean? We didn't know that? Girl! Huh, he's probably running his mouth about nonsense again. Deciding to give him the cold shoulder as always, I looked away from him, then I can't wait to see what he is. Guess I have no choice. What is he? Leon sighed, but there was a cheerful note in his voice as he walked around and stood in front of me.
I wanted to drag this out longer to make the big moment more impactful, but I got a feeling you'll never realize at this rate.
Again, I can't believe she's that oblivious, because I thought we knew that.
Keep your eyes on me, alright?
Is he a big dog? In the blink of an eye, like a wolf, I guess. Ah! Huh? What? A wolf? We're gonna have a heart attack!
A Fenrir. I see.
Fenrir, a large Fae beast resembling a wolf, often called the ephemeral Fae beast due to its small population. It can use powerful wind magic. A Fenrir?
A wolf-like Fae beast that uses wind magic. The population's tiny and they're fabled among Fae. So you were a rare specimen, huh? And you're huge.
In wolf form, Leon somehow pulled off a grin as he nuzzled my arm with his nose.
And as you can see, this is my real form. Surprised?
Of course I am! Leon, I didn't know you were a Fae at all! My god, we can't handle this. We're gonna have a heart attack.
Yep, I'm real handsome, aren't I? Have you fallen for my charms once again?
Again? There wasn't even a first time.
Aw, that's such a shame. Still, I think my magic will be useful for your show. I might not be as impressive as a dragon, but I'm still a looker for sure. Look, I can sit and shake by myself.
I gotta be honest, I love the Fae beasts in this. They're so funny. Yeah, I know what Leon's usually like, but when he looks like this, I feel like I could forgive him no matter what he does.
That's cheating!
Okay, fine. You can join the show too.
Oh, splendid. If I knew you'd be this nice to me, maybe I should consider staying in this form at all times,
No, thank you. I wouldn't know how to react.
Oh, what's this? Leon's revealed his form to Spacey, huh?
Wait, Rady?
Morning, Rady. Yep, the big revelation's here. I want to join the show too, you see.
Rady, why are you in that form? He was a man just moments ago.
That's a show with Faye, after all. Taking this form is the obvious choice.
Right, you're right.
Okay, so Leon, what are you gonna do? Me? Well, I'll run around the stage with Spacey riding on my back.
In your dreams. Oh, that was Rady.
In your dreams.
Their banter was the same old, same old. They're probably trying to be normal because of my reaction. I slumped my shoulders, a little dejected. Like I can't handle this many surprises. After that, I read out the teams of Faye and cast as well as performances they do. I mean, it's one thing, like, for Leon to show up and be like, he's a Faye, and you'd be like, whoa, 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 what? And be shocked about it. But the Rady thing is like, if it was just Leon, right? You'd be like, holy crap, I can't wrap my brain around this. But okay, anyway. But it was the Rady shock and then this, and now we just can't process anything. Then they all scattered to rehearse. Rady and Leon seemed to have taken up the roles of communication and guidance for the Fays in our cast, and it went smoothly. I don't have anything to do now. A little early, but maybe I could start prepping for lunch? Just when such thoughts crossed my mind.
Sorry, I'm late.
Vilio, where were you? Everyone's already practicing.
I'm so sorry. I'll get started right away. Oh, you were going to practice with us, Spacey?
Yeah, my announcements are done, and I'm not too familiar with the matters of Faye. Rady's dealing with that pretty well, so I'm considering preparing lunch or something. Though that was what I claimed, in truth it was just an excuse. I didn't know whether Vilio caught on to that, but he seemed in thought for a moment before uttering his next words.
Just wondering, but are Faye that enigmatic in the eyes of humans?
What?
Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean by asking you a difficult question or anything. It's just that, well, when I see Faye and humans practice together like this, regardless of race, it feels a little peculiar. When I first left my island, I used to think that us dragons were completely different from other races. But you know, right now, in this form, I'm facing and talking to a normal human like you. And I start thinking, maybe we aren't that different after all.
Vilio...
We smile when we're happy, we cry when we're sad, and we eat when we're hungry. We show concern about other people and we act because we want to help.
I listened carefully to Vilio's words. Not as stupid as he acts. I was going to say looks, but he doesn't look that stupid. He just acts kind of stupid. He's right. And Rady appeared in my mind. Seems like he has a devil-may-care attitude, but he's actually really attentive. When someone's troubled, he can't just leave them alone, and if he sees anyone feeling down, he cheers them up. Even if Rady took on a different appearance, everything that mattered was still the same. He was the same Rady that stayed by my side for so long, and yet I actually avoided him. Ugh, how could I? It was a shock. It's understandable, you just had to get over it. You're right. Humans, Faye, we're not different in any way. Appearances don't matter at all. Yeah, Vilio, thank you.
That was sudden.
Cleared up my cloudy sky a little, you see? So, thank you, Vilio.
I don't really get it, but if you're happier, I'm happier. And now he goes back to idiot mode. He's like, I don't understand. What did I say?
Wow, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm man enough to join the others.
Good luck out there. Vilio sprinted over to the other Fae, and as I watched him run, I sucked in a deep breath. Okay, let's have a proper conversation with Rady after this. I whispered that small oath to myself aloud. Later that evening, we'd enjoyed dinner while discussing our plans for the next day, and now I was washing the dishes and doing some cleanup alone in the kitchen. Everyone else was still chatting away with the Fae about their performances. Worried whether it'd work out at first, but from the looks of that, it probably will. Tuning into the jovial voices as my soundtrack, I carried on quietly. Then...
Hey, are you here cleaning all by yourself?
Rady? Weren't you just out there talking with everyone? Are you already done?
I slipped away before I realized it, and I was left wondering, which is why I'm here to check up on you. Give me a minute. I'll go call someone to help you right now.
Those words, Rady moved to leave the kitchen. I hardened my resolve. Then you should help me, Rady.
Excuse me?
Rady looked at me as if I'd grown 2 heads, but I ignored him and pressed the issue. I'm sure you're capable, Rady. You can. I declared that firmly, and then...
Fine. I get it.
After thinking about it for a moment, Rady transformed and began helping me out. Could you wipe the clean plates over there and line them up here?
Hey, like this, right?
Yep, thanks in advance. I'm alright. I'm acting the same way I always do. Though awkwardness was adrift in the air, I kept the conversation going with my best effort. If only I'd learned about your transformation earlier, I could have wrung so much work out of you at Liber, just like this.
Wow. You know, Speria said the same thing. I hid it the whole time because I knew such a cruel outcome would be waiting for me.
Jeez. Because you were so stubborn about hiding that I felt really lost, you know?
I know. That's my fault.
When I talk to you like this, I can tell that, yeah, you're still Rady.
What's with that? Isn't it obvious?
I'll be honest, I'm still trying to get used to it. I'll probably still get flustered when you suddenly transform, at least for a while. But, well, you're you, Rady. This form's a part of you too, so please, don't hide it. Do my best to adapt, I promise. I still couldn't meet his eyes yet, but I told him what I thought I wanted to. I told him what I thought I wanted to say. Rady, be nice if you gave me a reply at least. But there was no response. Feeling a spike of anxiety, I turned to look at him. Suddenly, he held my head in a firm grip. Ooh, CG. And began ruffling my hair. All we see is his hand, though.
Hey, what's this for? You always force yourself to act well-behaved whenever things come up. You know, I don't very much enjoy you being so weird and reserved around me.
Look at how gorgeous his eyes look right now, Jesus. Stop giving me those sexy eyes, sir.
Staying in the form of a furball isn't uncomfortable for me in the least. That's also me in the flesh, after all. So don't worry, even if I don't take this form again, I'll stick with you like always.
No, I can't let that happen. What the frick? Must have just been the piano. It was like, but it did that right as like my screen kind of flicked, and I was like, what the shit? Okay, sorry.
Huh? Why?
Because you're handsome. There's no way. Yeah, I want an assistant. Okay. Alright, that's the last choice in this chapter. Isn't it obvious? Having more manpower available is always better. Manual labor, helping out like this, cleaning in general, other chores. This form's much more convenient. Flustered again, I babbled that answer.
That's the argument you're gonna use.
Smiling with fond exasperation, Rady dragged out a long sigh. Okay, I managed to hide the truth, right? Was the truth, you're handsome and I like looking at you? Rady cleared his throat once.
Jeez. Yeah, I'd almost forgotten just how stubborn you are.
Gave me that reply with a warm smile.
I hear you loud and clear. I'll use this form whenever I need to, and if there are chores on the list, I'll help. Okay, with that out of the way, let's finish up here. The big day won't wait for us, and we still have lots and lots to do, like practice, promotion, preparation. So many Fae are helping us, so we gotta work hard for their sakes, too.
Yeah, you're right. We need to focus on making our first show a success.
Yep, that's the spirit.
Yay, now we have a new beautiful boy in our man harem. He was always there, we just didn't know it until now. And technically Ginny counts even though we're not allowed to romance him. Does Leon count even though we're not allowed to romance him? He's trying desperately to romance us, so. We spent the days until the show, like Rady said, on practice, promotion, and prep. And just like that, before we knew it, it was the day of our very first show. We spent it on Smurfdis, Smurfocean, and Smurferation. I don't know why. I don't know why when I read that in my head, I'm reading this line and I'm just like, Smurferation. Smurfs. Oh, God.
Guys, did you see what I saw? The seats are brimming with people.
Did. Oh, I'm starting to feel nervous. Woo! Pretty clown boyfriend.
Don't burn the place down again because you get too excited. Knowing you, it's always a possibility.
I peered out of the audience from behind the curtain.
Wait, Professor, you're here? Didn't you say you had a presentation at the academic conference today? Conferences occur once every month. But seeing this many Fae assembled in one setting is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I cannot miss it.
Hey, are the measuring instruments ready? Don't forget we need 3 for mana levels and 3 for element levels.
Yes, sir. Preparations are complete. Okay, that should have been a do. Whatever. And they were talking big. Let's take a good look and see how much of what they said was true and how much of it was hollow.
Well, we really don't get the chance to see so many Fae at once, let alone demonstrating their magic, so... If I hand in a report about it, more people would acknowledge me for sure. Countless spectators crammed the tent. Okay, the first step, getting people to come, is a success. They likely all had different reasons for showing up, and most didn't come to enjoy the performances, but that was fine for now. Once they get to see the show, I'm sure they'll have lots of fun. Nobody came to our show in the capital, and all that thought is surreal.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that our circumstances changed so quickly. We owe it all to these two.
That's nice y'all are moved and everything. Let's save the tears for after the show. Yeah, we're only just getting started. Let's show them the fruits of our practice. Time was ticking down. We gathered together in unspoken agreement, and Ginia was the first to talk. All right, we're finally here. The boys and girls, are you ready?
I sure am. Ready to go anytime. You all, do your best to not drag me down.
Let's do our best.
We cannot let everyone down. I think this is one, like, in the very beginning of the scene where we showed everybody the hands in type of thing, and you could tell whose hand was what. These are the lines, right?
Hey, let's do this. That's right. And now... It's showtime!
Jesus. That buzzer was loud.
Doot, 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 doot.
Sound effects are super loud in this. I don't know, I'm turned up.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's so funny because now in the middle of this, it's like the text box is gone red instead of white, and the text font looks different. Greetings, dear citizens of Kalita. First, I'd like to express my profound gratitude to everyone here in the audience today. And the adults, the children, and the naughty researchers who toss their precious studies aside just for this event. We come here bearing a gift for you all, a special moment that will bring joy to everyone. And now then, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Ginia gave a bow, and in that instant...
My god, I love the little, like... They've got, like, the lights moving.
Okay, time to shine, y'all. Fluffy party time! Yahoo! From above the stage, beneath the stage, from the side, from behind, from below the chairs, Fae of numerous sizes and races leapt out one after another and ran toward the stage.
Roar!
The last Fae to make his appearance was Vilio, a centerpiece of the show.
That's a dragon!
I never thought I'd get to see a real dragon with my own eyes! Vilio meandered around the stage so that the audience could get a good look. Then... I love the little chibi dragon! What is this? Why is it so cute?
They're like little deer. Oh my god.
Let's go! And now! Jump! They nimbly leapt through rings of fire that Vilio manifested. Our opening performance left everyone in awe.
Oh my god! It's so funny, like the performances are just adorable fucking like little moving chibis. Oh guys, it's so cute. If you're not paying attention, now would be the good time. You should have when I said it was a chibi dragon. Like you should have been paying attention, guys, come on.
I said the Chibi Dragon. That should have prompted attention. But if you're not paying attention, rewind and go see Chibi Dragon and then pop back out, because these are adorable. They're not really CGs, they're just like, instead of sprites, they use chibis. Chibi sprites, I guess? But like, Next, Zephora walked out onto stage to upbeat music, and 2 large spheres rolled out with him. A fae was on each ball, and in the middle, Zephora began his juggling act. Let's go! Oh my god, is one of the balls... one of the balls is a little cat! Ah! Oh my god, the balls are... Yahoo! Oh my god, this is hilarious. As Zephora began to juggle more and more balls, tiny fae jumped into the mix. Zephora handled them all magnificently. It's just so funny that he's like an information bro. Oh my god, this is so pretty! I actually really like the little, like, the fact that they did this with chibis, because, like, even though, like, chibi art's cute, don't get me wrong. I like the regular beautiful sprites we get to stare at. But this is, like, really cool because of, like, it does the little movement and everything. Like, it works out really well for this, so good use of chibis. Up next, an elegant melody began, accompanied by a chorus of singing and moving water. Vishalia directed the fae as a conductor, and they revealed their mesmerizing voices. Every one of them was singing happily. But there was more. Bubbles made from magic appeared, adding flair to the entire venue. These bubbles, gentle enough to pop by touch, came in a variety of sizes and hues, amazing our spectators with the beautiful view. So cute. The next performance was an acrobatics show by Ion and the Fae. Ian! Ah! Jump! Wait. I mean, they said Firo was there, but I don't see him. I'm expecting him to be in the midst, and I don't see him. We're not finished yet! One more! Jump! Faye went back and forth between the trapeze and the handle of Ion's weapon, barely doing spins in midair. But then you didn't see Leon either. Their voices were there, but you don't see them. And now it was time for a final performance. My god, the sound effects are really loud. I'm so sorry.
You're ready, Spacey. It's our turn. Let's go.
Yeah. I took a step forward onto the dazzling stage.
Okay, let's all clap to the beat for the finale, everyone.
On the cue of Rady's voice, all of the Fae and circus members that had performed so far assembled around the stage. They began to signal for the audience to clap. And I just love the fact that now we've got, like, confetti flying. Like, it's actually really fun. Are you making chloris flowers bloom by watching this? Because I think I am. The researchers and scholars there weren't even looking at the tools they'd brought. Pens for taking notes rolled onto the floor, and they all joined in with a smile. Our finale was a dance performance with the whole cast, and Rady was the star. We flew, we jumped, we swiveled. We were scattered everywhere, be it on the stage or around the audience seats, and we all danced freely with big smiles on our faces. Till just moments earlier, I was so nervous. I mean, I never thought I'd stand on the stage myself. But when we were discussing the finale, everyone encouraged me, saying that I'm the only one who can perform in sync with Rady, because I know him like the back of my hand. Oh my god, we're gonna get a CG. We got like a half a one.
There!
I was really hesitating about it, but when I'm with Rady, I can take on the world.
Okay, one more time.
And now! Here we go. Here's our CG. Again, it's just bits and pieces of it, but it's here.
Jump!
The Fae around me leapt up into the air adorably and began to dance. They'd jump over my stretched arms or vault over my wand. Dazzling smiles were everywhere in that tent, no matter where you looked. He's so adorable in that form. And the one at the center of it all was Rady. Rady, who'd always been at the center of all the smiles around me. The only one who brings joy to those around him. To everyone. He is Rady. My family now and always, whom I can count on no matter what, where, or when. It's so funny because this feels like, are you in love with him? Because you got other people to romance. You know what I mean? It's very, Rady-centric right now. It's a little odd. As opposed to, like, we're heading down his room. We're not. But you know what I mean? Like, do you feel that? You're like, oh, we're only in chapter 1 of the common route. We're not dating him yet, girl. Simmer down. I'd been anxious that I might mess things up. I'd been scared because I didn't know whether I was capable. But before I knew it, these dark feelings had been dyed with the hues of joy, scattering to who knew where. Working so hard had been worth it. Persisting in the end had been worth it. After all, right now... Super cute. So happy. Then, the clap to the beat eventually turned into thunderous applause. I think I have to turn down the sound effects a little. Surrounded by all these smiles and feelings. There it is. Not the chloris, it's the flora. The flora bloomed brilliantly. Aww. How cute. Oh, we're going out with applause. Aww. Look at that.
Okay then, do we all have our glasses in hand? And cheers to our hard work.
Cheers! That evening, after we'd finished cleaning up from the show, we held a wrap party at Cheers, together with all the Fae that had participated. The flora really bloomed. We only got one. Too early to celebrate.
Says Zephora, when it looked so dang happy when he heard the news.
Let's just have a good time. No overthinking. Here, cheers! I want to see Zephora look ecstatically happy. I want to see a smile on this bitch face. I just need it. Don't cling to me like that. Are you already drunk? Vilio's beverage is non-alcoholic juice. At my age, I'm apparently not allowed to drink according to human rules, so I'm the same as always. The legal drinking age was 18. Thus, those underage, Vilio, me, and the young Fae, were drinking sparkling juice instead. With a smile on my face, I watched the team make a racket before scanning the interior. Smiles, smiles, smiles everywhere. It was like a reminder of the expressions in the audience after the finale, and I can describe how happy I am. Guys, did you all hear that applause? I did. That sound is still playing in my mind. I believe I'll remain for a while. I believe it will remain for a while. Okay. Sorry, I read that wrong. I was like, remain for where are you going to go? Were you going to leave us? You're reading it wrong. Our audience members weren't the only ones having fun. The little Fae seemed to feel the same way. Shalia's words were like a cue. All the Fae that had performed at the show shuffled over and gathered around us. Everyone, good work out there! It was really fun. Thank you so much. That should be our line. Thank you all. You've helped us so much. We Fae don't have that big of a population, and in the city, many of us were just treading lightly, living out quiet lives, but this was such a confidence boost. Now I'll be able to hold my head high in the street. And then... That's Vilio, isn't it? He's adorable. Look at him. Everyone, thanks for all your hard work. An unfamiliar boy squeezed through the crowd and bowed politely to us. I don't think he's unfamiliar. He's green. Thank you. Thank you for everything you did. I was very, very, very moved. Who might you be, if I might ask? Well, it's me, Miss Specy. Firo, or Firo, what we're calling Firo? Firo? Wait, what? You knew it was him when he came running up and he had the freaking little green hair. I knew it. Firo, is that your human form? Yes, I was able to safely transform earlier. So this voice works for him because he's like 6. Cool. I'm glad it all worked out in the end. I have everyone to thank for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Firo beamed brightly, and next to him... a chloris bloomed. You are that happy, huh? All right, Firo, come on over. Let's drink together. Yes, sir. I want to join in. My recommendation is our Leanne's Kalita Edition Mixed Juice Special. Leanne's Kalita Edition Mixed Juice Special. I can't pronounce any of those words now. They were just like mumbling out. Jesus, that's a tongue twister for some reason. Leanne's Mixed Juice. Leon's Mixed Juice? God, whatever I call them. Anyway. Cheers Daily Special, a cryptic beverage made from the city's specialty products, plus the pub's leftovers for the day. That sounds horrifying. Customers often order it to give their friends a comeuppance due to its awful taste. There are extremely rare cases in which the drinks taste delicious because the leftovers change day to day. However, the Orion's version is most likely to contain seafood, making it strange more often than not. You better brace yourself before drinking it. That is amazing!
Whoa! How long have you been here? Wait, no. That juice is so bad, you should only drink it as a punishment.
Amazing. And thus, Circus's first show ended as a wonderful success without any mishaps. Our excitement burned strong and bright, and because of that, the rowdy merriment lasted well into the night. Aww! I love this. This is cute. Ooh, man rady, hi. I'm assuming we're us. Oh look, we got our little dress in the background now. Cute, and our hat. The loud and lively banquet was over, and our tent area was the portrait of silence. Oh, okay, we are Rady. Okay, never mind.
Spacey'd practically fallen asleep the moment her head hit the pillow. Can't blame her. She ran around so much making preparations for us. We've still got a long road ahead of us. Get some good rest while you can. She slept soundly with the same face as usual. After watching her sleep,
Which seems a little creepy and weird, but like, I'm into it because you're hot, so it's fine.
I left the tent quietly. I didn't think I'd get so sleepy anytime soon, so I headed to the common area, thinking about having some water. There I found... Ah, there you are. Did you sneak into a maiden's bed while you were gone, perhaps? Don't spout such nonsense. Ginia, who was enjoying wine by himself without a care in the world.
Even without the wine, he'd be without a care in the world.
I immediately turned to leave, but he patted the chair next to him without a word. I had no reason to object, so I quietly sat down. She's been straining herself for a while now, so I went to check on her and see whether she's getting proper sleep. Overprotective as always. I've been taking care of her for over 10 years, you know. How could I not be worried? Well, no intention of butting into that, but don't go too overboard. That reminds me, you remember her parents? Yes, she mentioned their unfortunate passing. Yeah, and knowing her, she'll probably want to bombard you with questions. But could you answer them in moderation? Why? If she wants to know, why not tell her? The trauma of her parents' death has wiped her memories from that period. You might make her remember something and relive that pain. I can't let that happen.
It's actually kind of sweet how overprotective he is. But you know what? He's absolutely... Okay, right here, right. He is absolutely the childhood friend. Over-fucking-protective. They even called him out on it. Like, right now. Overprotective much? Yeah! But, like... Right now, his overprotectiveness isn't like, Jesus Christ, get over it. You know what I mean? It's understandable. We went through some trauma, so he's trying to protect us from that. And, like, yeah, he's being overprotective, but again, it's like, okay, all right, I'm going to keep an eye on you, but I still love you, so. And maybe it's just because I like him, so I'm not, like, you know what I mean? Like, there are characters you don't like them and they're overprotective. You're like, God, what the fuck? Back off, bitch! You know what I mean? I don't know. I think sometimes they do it because there are characters that I've, like, in games where I'm like, I don't mind this character, they're fine, and then they get overprotective and I'm like, I'm gonna need you to back the fuck off and I hate you. I hate this shit. You know what I mean? But I do like Rady a lot, so, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be a little bit more tolerant of if he isn't overprotective in the douchey kind of way. Right now, I think it's fine, because they've called him out on it, like, wow, you're overprotective, but he's got a reason for it, and he hasn't pushed the line to me of, like, you know, being a dick about it, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, you can't handle this, you know what I mean? He's actually seems to be trying to help us while being overprotective. And right now, the overprotective thing is like, I've been watching out for her since she, like, for 10 years. She was traumatized by her parents' death, and, like, I don't want her to go through that again. Like, it's not it's not a bad thing, his stance and where he is with the overprotectiveness right now. You know what I mean? It's not, we're calling him overprotective, but I don't think it's overprotective yet. You know what I mean? It hasn't quite crossed that line. But he's the overprotective childhood best friend. That's the trope. Some of them handle it where you're like, it's not really, but yeah, okay, fine. And other ones you're like, Jesus Christ, I can breathe on my own. You know, I need to breathe for you. You might hurt yourself. You know? He hasn't crossed that line where I want to like chuck him in the trash. So, and if he does, I might accept it from him. I think my tolerance will be a little bit higher with his shenanigans, but we'll see.
And then remember what she said. She declared she was fine because 10 years have passed since then, didn't she? She seems to have gotten back on her feet, so wouldn't it be normal for her to want to remember? Right now, she shouldn't be giving it her all. Right now, she should be giving it her all to help Circus fulfill its duty. It doesn't help she's already someone with the tendency to overwork herself to self-destruction. Not to mention she's surrounded by weirdos like you, which only adds to her plate. I don't want her to be burdened even more.
Oh, really? Is that so?
I'm trusting you on this, okay? I downed my remaining water in one go. And then, in that somewhat awkward atmosphere, I left the area.
I guess if it's like this, where it's got the bar across the top, then you're seeing someone else's perspective. So that makes sense.
They seem as if they've got themselves all sorted out, but at the end of the day, they're a pretty confused bunch, huh? Jeez. Looks like I got my work cut out for me with these little ones.
Interesting. Interesting, Ginia. Huh. Intermission! Okay, everybody go take a break. Go to the bathroom. Go get some popcorn. Never mind, we're back. On the continent of Eshelita, there were 4 large cities other than the royal capital of Arthir. Didn't we read this once before? But now it's dark. We'd already visited one, Kalita, the scholar's city, also known as the brain of Eshelita. Okay, so this... It was like the first sentence, I'm like, didn't we do this already? I feel like deja vu. Then there was the capital of art, Oriens, the city on water, as well as Paris, the duel city where gladiators competed ruthlessly in the arenas. Oh my god, were we... Did I miss, like... Hold on. I need to rewind. Did I miss glossary things? I just realized, I'm like, was I like... No, wait. Okay, no. I just didn't know if I missed glossary things. Okay, I did not. I just saw that pop up, like, the gladiators, and I was like, shit, did I, like... Was I reading and didn't even notice, like... No. Sorry, guys. Gladiator. Swordsmen who participate in duels that also serve as entertainment. Many make a living by being gladiators in Paris. Then there was the city we were heading to next. City of craftsmen, founded by the great spirit Libra. Cura, the labyrinth city. Ooh. Cura. Vera? Cura? Cura's not with an E. We'd have to journey by carriage for a few days before we arrived. Because of the distance, we mostly camped in our tents along the way, making a few stops in villages and hamlets for food supplies. Hold on. We have got to turn the fucking, like... Okay. That's just so loud! It is so loud! I left it up because I was like, it's not going to be much, but it's like, now it's like... Good God. That's like twice as loud as any music we've ever had. Anyway. Tent! A magic tent used by circus. It's compact and easy to carry. Once the pieces are laid out and the small stakes are planted in the ground, the tent will automatically unfold along with its furniture. Crazy. It breaks down when the stakes are removed. The same is true for both their house tent and show tent. Well, camped. Our mystic tools were the best available. Everything was easy to set up and tear down, each offering the utmost comfort. Well, camped with air quotes. Which meant that the journey was so comfy, it was easy to forget we were camping at all. Cura,
I've heard so many things about it. There's an underground labyrinth and it's full of craftsmen, but what's it really like, I wonder?
Spacey, may I have a moment of your time? For the contents of our stew, could we lessen the number of potatoes and add some of our leafy vegetables with shorter shelf lives?
Yes, of course. In that case, I'll slice off the leaves, so could you handle the peeling, Ion?
Understood.
Ion and I were in charge of cooking, while Pashalia and Rady looked for water sources. Ginny and Zephora did a thorough check of our baggage, and Vilio patrolled the area. We'd all settled into our unique roles by now, and I'd finally adapted to our camp life. Reminds me, we should eat the bread we brought in Kalita before it turns hard. We were about to begin cooking when Ion froze and cast a sharp gaze outside. Ion?
I'm afraid we must suspend this for now. And please go to where everyone else is.
Okay, I will. Sensing Ion's solemn aura, I headed toward the common area where everyone was loitering around. Common area, the most spacious tent among all the residential tents used by circus. Common area looked like it was outside. I mean, okay, that's the tent right there, but right now I'm like, we're in the common area, but we're outside. Standing here staring at the common area tent, I guess. Shortly thereafter, actually, you know what it kind of looks like? Hold on. It almost looks like, oh yeah, okay, so we're walking up to the tent. There's like a little seating, like the table outside and the little bench outside here, little couch thing with chairs. And then you go into the tent, and then that's like another common area. So it's like we have a common indoor space and this nice little outdoor area. Cute. Shortly thereafter, Ion appeared with a hefty spear in his hand.
Feel the tension in the air. Did a beast appear nearby or something?
Doesn't feel like an animal. Feels repulsive.
Is Vilio still outside?
Looks like it. He's okay.
Well, they don't call him a dragon for nothing. He'll be fine.
Spacey, hide behind me.
It's here.
Immediately after Ion spoke, an eerie shadow skulked out from behind a tree in the nearby grove. What the frick is this shit? What is that thing? What is that? You know, it's kind of cute in a weird, creepy kind of way. You know what I mean? It was an inky humanoid shadow, and the place where its face should be was flickering. It looks like it's got a giant mouth. As the thing crept closer and closer with an uncanny gait, my heart rose in my throat.
I see. It's their first encounter with them. They materialize from negative emotions and despise the light. They attack and latch onto humans with strong positive emotions.
Well, that explains why everyone's getting a little miserable and bitchy. Someone's casting spells and making these things appear, right?
You might know them as fiends.
That's a fiend? This is also my first time seeing one. It's very ghastly. How can I describe it? Just looking at the fiend makes me feel so uneasy.
Keep your distance at all cost. Those guys are huge clumps of negativity. Just approaching one would inflict mental damage. Direct contact would be even worse, and you'd be showered in their energy.
Then what are we supposed to do? Hug it? We said don't get close. Hugs, man. They break all the negative.
It's not a problem. I'm on the team to handle situations such as these.
Ion moved ahead, and simultaneously the fiend that had been inching slowly toward us abruptly lunged in our direction. Ion, however,
too slow,
dashed forward decisively and thrust his spear right into the fiend's face, piercing cleanly through it. And for those of you who missed that quick little flash, there was the artwork that Tim used to be in charge of doing. Remember? We saw a lot of it in Nakawoki. Do you remember? Like when there's flash and it's just like black with the colors, the light pattern, like. And for those of you who are new here and don't know, Tim is who we blame for all the typos and terrible things, because I can't exactly remember how it came about, but every time we'd find a typo, we would just start blaming Tim. And the thing is
that he used to work in the art department and then they let him type things and they shouldn't because Tim is a terrible typist. So we yell at Tim. And it doesn't matter what game we're playing, from what development company, from what localization company, Tim is responsible. And now he has an understudy named Ronald, who is also terrible at this shit! Because Tim is a terrible typist and a terrible teacher. And he's teaching Ronald horrible, horrible practices. Well, that's that, in case you're new and you're like, who the fuck is Tim? What are you talking about? That's just a long-running joke on this channel now. Anyway. Fiend core. A stone inside a fiend's body. Fiends don't have a physical form, so they can only be killed if their core is destroyed while the attacker is in possession of a Cluris amulet. Didn't Rady say that approaching it was harmful? He's touching it. Will he be okay?
No worries there. He has one of those Cluris amulets, after all.
Cluris amulet. The standard gear of the public security forces, made from Cluris. Having a Cluris amulet in your possession will grant you resistance against the ill effects of fiends, and your physical attacks will work on the incorporeal fiends as well. Cluris amulet? Standard issue gear of the security forces. They grant you resistance against the ill effects of fiends and make your physical strikes work on the incorporeal ones, too. We didn't need a glossary term if you were then going to tell us.
It's because of the amulets that the security forces are able to exterminate fiends.
Fiend subjugation. A regular operation by the public security forces. They bring Cluris flowers as protective amulets and add to an outbreak area to exterminate fiends. I see. I do not sense any more in the area.
Thanks for that, Ion. Bringing you along was the right choice after all.
But weren't fiends supposed to be scarce among the main roads? Why did one...
About that. It has to do with the Cluris bloom rates I mentioned before.
The main thing preventing fiends decreasing, which means that they would increase proportionally. Is that how it works? I also kind of feel like maybe fiends are the reason. You know what I mean? It's like a cycle thing. It's not just like Cluris bloom rates being low is causing fiends, but fiends could also be contributing to the decrease in Cluris. You know what I mean? You know, I'm just saying.
Yes, you got that right. But don't worry, it's not too big of a deal. And there may be more of them, but they still won't come into big cities. And the ones that appear around main roads are mostly on the same level as that one. As long as Ion's with us, we can fend them off just fine, so we're not in any danger.
Yeah, but I don't think we should take a lax approach and be like, yeah, we're fine. I'd be like, we should still be on guard.
Well, I guess that's fine for us, but still.
I'd heard stories about them, but I never thought that I'd actually come across one. If I'd been alone, I wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. At the very bottom of my heart, I thank the heavens for Ion's company. Then I heard a cheery voice in the distance, very misplaced given the circumstances. Hey! It's because the poor boy wasn't here. What are you guys all assembled for? Wait, have you finished having dinner already? Vilio! Oh, I'm so glad you're safe. A fiend showed up here. It was pretty chaotic. Huh? Fiend appeared? For real? Why would anyone lie about that? What a useless dragon we've got here. You were absent during a crucial moment. Well, there was only one of them. It was not difficult to defuse the situation alone. Vilio? He frowned as he seemed to mull something over. I was a little concerned, but...
Anyway, it didn't turn out to be a big deal, so we'll just leave things at that. Let's take plenty of care in the future as well. And more importantly, how about dinner? I'm already famished, for your information.
Oh, we were in the middle of cooking. I'll finish up right away, so please hold on. Perfect time to end shit. So, yep. Oh, Rady being a drunkard. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.